Well, welcome back to Super Tuesday Recap. It's your host, Kriss and Dpalm here. And, okay, so look, I'm going to be honest here. We're here to talk about the Flash TV show.
Yes.
But toward the end of this episode, I don't know how long we're going to talk about it. We are definitely going to be talking about the Flash comic book because Flash 46 came out. Basically the prelude to Flash War. And I'm very, very excited. And Dpalm, I know, is very, very excited too.
I'm very excited. There's a sea change in the storytelling at DC, and it happened. I don't know if you read Detective Comics as well today.
No, I didn't get a chance to do that yet.
Okay, we should talk afterward. You read that.
I got to catch up. I got to catch all the way up on Detective. I know that's something you've been telling me, but yes.
Yeah, you need to catch up on Detective. It's James Tynion's second to last issue, and the things he did this issue, you're like, wait a second. Let's just put it this way: they tie into some of the stuff that's happening in the Flash, and a couple of throwaway lines in Hal Jordan and Green Lanterns this month, which makes me wonder what's actually about to happen with the DC universe.
Well, what we've been waiting for, and I know, I swear, guys, we're going to get into this episode of Flash, and we'll come back to the comic book stuff. But what's been getting me about, and why I've been enjoying the stuff with DC is, and it's going to sound weird, but I like kind of the Marvelization they're doing, where it's like, make your fucking history matter. Mm-hmm. And I think that, because again, look, if you're going to have a connected universe and you're going to do all this stuff and you're not going to just reboot every time, you got to make the shit that you did before matter. And that's why I like Marvel so much, because I can see a straight line and things that happened before, even when they get retconned, they still existed. They still happen. Somebody still remembers them. And what I'm seeing with DC right now, they're kind of doing that. And it makes it really, really exciting. It makes you want to, because you know what it is? It makes you want to go back and read the old stuff. Because I definitely now need to go back and read the Jeff Johns Flash stuff. But anyway, we'll get back into the comic book stuff. Could also want to shout out about the Darth Vader comic. But no, we're here to talk season 4, episode 21 of The Flash, Harry and the Harrisons. The Flash and his team put their faith in an unlikely ally, Amunet Black, to defeat DeVoe. Harry hits an all-time low when the Council of Wells kicks him out, but then Cisco introduces him to the Council of Harrisons. I'll start with you, Ann. What do you think of this episode?
It was fine. I thought that it was... I liked that they kind of, after last week, because last week was emotionally taxing watching this stuff. Why?
Wait, you were breaking up. Say it again.
It was kind of a subdued episode here.
Yeah. It was. And I think that's something that always happens with the Flash. It just feels like they throw in some episodes towards the end of the season that I wish they had done a little bit sooner or something. I see what you're saying, but I think that you and I are used to a show building to a crescendo in a way that I don't think the Flash, and maybe rightfully, isn't doing this year, because last year it fell flat. Like, the thing is, if you're going to build to something and you're not feeling confident about it, and it falls flat, everyone's going to notice. Well, it's not even about building to something. It's like, let's take Amunet, which, look, I love Katee Sackhoff. I think she does a great job with Amunet because it's just,
agreed.
It's such a, like, she's over the top. And I think that's a great thing about the people they bring on the Flash as villains, is they're over the top. And when they're doing but the problem is when you do that and you only have these characters, it feels, it's kind of like what we said about Diaz, how we don't care with Diaz because he came in half the season. Well, then it brings in the same thing with Amunet, where I'm supposed to feel about her change, about her, like when they're making this appeal to her good side and Caitlin's over here. Saying. And it's like, well, we haven't seen Amunet interact with Caitlin. Like the last time we saw her, literally, like they said in the episode, she tried to capture Barry, and then she ruined Iris's bachelorette party.
Which playing that for laughs, I thought was really a smart decision.
Right, and the fact that she brought that up.
Way,
yeah, right. Well, I mean, I know it's not as important as almost killing Caitlin and trying to sell you into slavery, Barry. But like, come on, it was my big day.
I think it belongs on the list, Barry.
And shout out to Barry for realizing that as the husband, you just say, "You're right, babe."
Oh, that's not a fight you want. Why? There you go. Why fight that fight?
Yeah, no, that was very smart on Barry.
Why have that fight?
No, we do
Barry
not.
learned quick.
Yeah, we do
Barry
not have
quick.
it. Yeah, hey, first time, Flash, quick on your feet, man.
Oof.
Not too bad. Not
Living
too bad.
on your feet. But I'll tell you what, man. I think that I see what you're saying about the emotional resonance not landing on for Amunet, but I thought it was an effective foil to the rest of the team.
Yeah.
So
you're right.
we got to see Caitlyn's desperation, and then Joe give the black fatherhood towards Caitlyn, which was nice. I thought nice little change of pace there, a little mix up.
Well,
but
that's the interesting thing they've done with Joe this season, though. So Joe's black fatherhood moments have kind of been going to everybody else, because I want to say last week with Harry. Remember, he's the one
even before that he was worried about Harry in the helmet.
Right, he was Harry in the helmet, and then he has Harry talk to Cecile. I think he did some stuff with Ralph. I'm not sure, but it's like they've been using Joe. I think Joe's been actually used pretty smartly. It's like you're obviously he was a huge role in the first 2.5 seasons. Now it's like, okay, we have so many characters, we need to fall back. So they find smart times to use Joe, and I think that the way they did it this episode and the way they've been doing it this season, it works. It really does. So you're absolutely right on that one. I think they did do a good job of creating Amunet as a foil, or not even as a foil, but having her fit in and have everybody's problems kind of revolve around that.
Well, even, and I'm going to talk about part of the episode that didn't really work for me was the Council of Harrisons.
Oh, no.
I thought, like, now you've got me in the camp of maybe Tom Cavanaugh needs to take a season off.
It's like I think that's something that can work, but not right now.
Yeah, this is a weird place for that.
Because it's like the Council of Wells worked, but it was way early in this shit. It might have been like right after we got back from the first break. So it was early on. And so it was okay. Now it's like, it's just a waste of time. And I wasn't honestly feeling the different character. Like, it didn't, like, the effect had worn off. It just wasted time. And I'm like, you guys did all this to center his chi or something? Like, what the fuck? You could have told Harry to go to a fucking, like,
well, it was the same lesson that Caitlyn kind of learned.
Right.
Like, it's all in your head, which is stupid because we know scientifically it's not all in Harry's head. He is getting dumber. They can map it.
Right. And then somehow they clean it up at the end with him figuring out that that DeVoe is waiting because his wife has left him, and that's what it is, and that might be the thing. And I'm like,
that's awfully on the nose, Harry.
Not only is it awfully on the nose, but it doesn't make sense.
None.
With what
it's almost like it would have been better if he'd be like, and here she is, and open the door.
Right. Well, either that or, but it doesn't even work. It doesn't even work as a, like, even if he wasn't like dumb, right? It wouldn't have worked for me because DeVoe has shown no need or desire to need his wife really like that. Like, he uses her and stuff like that, but like the way Harry said it was like, and he's missing his other half, and that's why he's waiting to launch his plan.
Right.
I'm like,
we have the benefit of knowing what we saw last episode. They don't.
No, you're right. So I know that, but even then, it's like, it wasn't like, you need me to finish it. Like, she said that to him, but like, I actually kind of need to see that. I need to see that DeVoe,
I think they did a good job with that when they showed him breaking down after she left.
Did he?
Yeah, remember he's like drinking and he's Drake calling her and shit, and like,
no,
he's like, I need you back, and then he hears the attack, which brought her to his side.
Wait, what are you talking about?
DeVoe.
When did DeVoe?
Last episode with the flashback with him after she leaves him.
Oh, that I'm talking. Yeah, but I'm just saying. Yeah, but now he's not that DeVoe anymore. That was the whole point of.
That's a good point. That's a really good point.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, I get so there's two things here. One, overall thematically for the show, it makes sense. Like, when Harry said that, like, oh, he's missing his wife, that's why he's waiting. Like, I get that because it goes with the whole idea we've been talking about, which is DeVoe is losing people close to him, and he needs that. But like, that he's also shown that he's arrogant enough, and thinks he's so smart enough he doesn't need anybody else.
Well, maybe her leaving makes him second guess that shit. Like I don't know.
Yeah, you're right.
I see what they were trying. I see what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
But you're right. They've done a pretty good case of he's trying to choke her out.
Right. And that's my thing. It's like they've done a good job of making it seem like they've almost oversold it to us. So it's like you've oversold us the fact that of what the answer, which is Barry. And again, even in this episode, it plays into the whole Amunet thing where Barry basically appeals to Amunet's better angels to be a better person, and it kind of
doesn't really work. He just gets played again, as he always does, because he's the fucking Flash.
Well, it kind of does though, because he got something out of it. He got the medal, and she didn't kill old Snake Eye, which fuck him. We'll get to that in a second, but like she didn't kill him. So while he did kind of quote unquote get played, that was the only thing. That was the only option they had, and they still got what they needed out of it. And Amunet didn't kill. She went off on her own. She's now available for bringing the Rogues together next season. Wink, wink.
Look, man, we called it last week, right?
Yo, listen. If you're not, here's the thing. If for some reason you're not going to give us Captain Cole and you're not going to get Whitmore Miller to be a regular, and you know he's taking a break for a while, I can take Katee.
You can do a lot worse than Katee Sackhoff.
The way she runs, she acts as Amunet, and the way I can see her. And
like
if
she takes it down like a notch and a third, and then dials up the menacing, it's over.
Oh yeah, exactly. And she can do it.
She's got it in her.
She's got it in her. So it's like I can live with this. I can see as you hold keep the seat warm for Captain Cole to come back,
Boo that.
I know. I'm sorry. I wasn't even trying to go that way. I'd already started saying it. I didn't do it on purpose.
I can hear you hear yourself.
I was like, God damn it. I'm really good. I just walked myself into a goddamn corner. Oh God. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, guys.
Hashtag blame Kriss.
I need to do better. Please do not put that into the dislikes of the listener survey. That was a pun that I did not even want to make. But
man.
Yeah. So no, and like I said, I think that was the only reason why. And again, because it's so late in the season, I feel like they had to do the Harry thing at the end. And again, it wasn't something that made me upset. It was just like, oh, come on, guys! Like it was just like a cheat code. And I like how I think they even knew it, because then Harry was just like, that was a lot. I need to go lay down. And I'm like.
He burned himself out.
You really burned yourself out by basically saying like he's missing happiness. He's missing.
But like even there, like, hey, where's the seal?
Right.
We had a great thing last episode where she was pulling the disparate fragments out of his brain, and we were solving problems. Where's the seal?
She better be like, I don't know. I don't know. That's another thing too. It's just like you literally just introduced that aspect to us last week, and those two work out really well. I think those two have.
It was such good. It was new chemistry.
It's a new chemistry in it, and I think at this point it's working. It's been working a little bit better than the Cisco Harry thing. I think because brooding Harry works, but like I like self-deprecating Harry. I can't stand. I think that's what it is.
Self-loathing's fine. Self-hating's too far.
It's just dude. Take a therapy class. Like, what the fuck?
Hey man, honestly, have a Snickers.
You know what? Right. You're being a real.
Can I say something about this episode that I noticed just in passing? It seems weird. No one else knows it. I loved Barry taking the guns like it was nothing. Like, and then old Snake Eye being like, "You're going to get us killed. Don't point guns at the Flash."
Yeah.
And then later on, when Joe and Caitlin are, I guess, bum rushing these, the gangsters waited for them to be near cover to start firing, which I really thought was like they ran like an extra 20 yards and they took a left towards cover, then the fire started.
Yeah. It was just
that was kind.
You guys didn't sync that up enough. That was thank you for giving them time to get to cover. No, right. You're absolutely right about that. The other thing too is it's like when it's this late in the season. Guys, you can't have the big bad guy of the episode be a guy where a snake comes out of his eye. I'm sorry. I just call me old school. I need something a little bit more menacing.
You can, but you've got to show. Did we see DeVoe this episode?
No, we didn't. That's what I'm
saying.
saying.
Why wouldn't we open with him like trying to build the bombs and like faltering? Like demonstrate that this loss has affected him before Harry comes up with it.
And here's the thing. And here's the thing. We know that could like again. Don't maybe have to fill the gaps in for something like this. Because here's the thing. I can fill the gap in and it's so easy to do. The way you do it is you've already kind of shown it to us. She's the technical person. She's the basically the mechanic. Marlize is the one who puts stuff together. That's why he was drugging her. Remember, what was it? Putting the chair together, the new device for her chair.
Well, that's what he said. That's what she said as she's leaving. She said,
"Yep,
you're nothing without me. You can't build without me."
Right. To see him trying and failing,
show us the fail. Yeah,
would been like, or not even really failing, just like telling himself, I can do this. I don't need her or something like that. And then seeing him get frustrated with himself, that's all you got to do. Because at this point, you got 2 more episodes left after this one, and you just had an episode where you don't even show us a big bad. It's just, again, and I think that's the difference between, and I get it because Arrow doesn't have powers, but even then I think Supergirl's not doing this. Like, you get Diaz every fucking episode. Diaz is going to be there. He's either scheming, he's going to be there around. You get a Diaz center episode. Like, you're going to get something. You're not going to get something where Diaz is not around and not being something. Even if it's just a quick moment of him doing something real quick, you're going to get Diaz around.
Well, I think also because they're telling a much different story. Like, I think you're right, but the story they're telling in Arrow is it's basically like Arrow disassembled.
True.
So he's less an antagonist, more part of the ensemble because of his ties to fake Laurel and by extension our Lance.
True. Yeah. Absolutely.
He's more tied to the characters there than the Thinker is, which is why you've really got to deliver on the threat of these next 2 episodes because these satellites sound scary, but not that scary. Like, I mean, yeah, they're scary, but and I think that also, and this is me now complaining about something that I asked for. So I was a little over, obviously, the speedsters, villains, and again, I was over the I was over kind of the super personal villain. Like, I hated you my entire life, or I'm fake Flash in the world, or I'm you. This one feels a bit too far away. Like, thematically, it's similar because, as you already mentioned, the isolation versus the family success. But it doesn't feel like there's blood in the water, you know? Unless the Speed Force is an integral part of these bombs.
Yeah. I kind of think that's the other thing, too. It always has to be the Speed Force. It always has to be, you know...
Yeah.
It just feels like...
Hey, look, blame Mark Waid. That's on Waid. That's...
Yeah.
The Speed Forces of Crush started in the late 90s.
Well, not just that. I mean, okay, so maybe it doesn't have to be the Speed Force, but it just feels... I don't know. It feels a little disconnected from... It feels a little disconnected from the Flash. Now, I will say one thing that they can do to kind of salvage that, and it hadn't rolled my eyes at the beginning, but then towards the end, I was like, okay, I can see where you can salvage this. The stuff with Iris wanted to write about DeVoe. Mm-hmm. And I was like, at first I was just like, come the fuck on, what are we doing? Like, you know, I'm like,
but that makes it more personal for DeVoe too.
And exactly, I was like, okay, wait a minute, you know what? When she opened this up and was like, she started getting the responses from people about, I saw DeVoe here, and first of all, I mean, that's a lot of false positive, and talk to your dad about that. You know, just you don't offer the reward, and I'm just saying.
How about you just let her do a job?
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Blogger's a job. I'm going to get
Well, I was also going to ask, I was like, so where is she exactly? Is she writing this at?
I had a fire tweet today, and nobody was like, I saw this in the streets. I'm like, come on, guys. Is this, you know what? Honestly, this is something I meant to ask you. Do you think it was just like a next door board on... Like, do you think she just said, Miss DeVoe is actually a black man in disguise lurking in my neighborhood?
She left a...
And that's why everyone saw him all of a sudden.
She left an Amazon review, a Yelp review.
A Yelp review.
Hey, great coffee at Jitters. Make sure you get the Flash. The Green Arrow's okay too. And oh, by the way, have you seen a guy wearing a thinking cap and in a floating chair?
I have craziest thing. Like what? I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna lie. My first question was like, okay, Iris, you're doing this, and it's a lot of work for this, but who are you writing this for? And is it just your
How
blog?
many let me see your followers.
Right, let me see the because like
are they all going to buy tickets to your convention?
Because anyway, I do know
that was too far.
We're sponsored by DC Comics.
I didn't know that until the podcast.
Jesus Christ.
So infuriating.
I mean, I do remember she did restart her Flash blog early on, but that goes back to the other thing with the show that again the breaks hurt and some of the things because she's not consistent with it. Mm-hmm. You forget that she does have this blog, and you don't know anything about like the following she has or if it's popular or not. I mean, shit, anybody can start a fucking blog if nobody reads it. So what if instead of one, when you're, what can work, and we've talked about this before. I like it. I would love for them to do the openings kind of like, my name is Barry, and to have him talking as he runs through the streets. You could have a couple of them where you have Iris writing, and it's her voiceover as she's writing and posting. I was
just going to say that. Yeah.
It's like
the Doogie Howser thing.
It's such an easy thing to do. You can flip between those two to kind of consistently show that she has this following and that she is this journalist and she is doing this. Like if you end every episode with her writing about whatever the case is they just did. Like something like that to show consistency and build consistency there. Because I think what they're trying to do is they do it once and then they bring it back up without ever having us see it do it at any point. It's like if you never see Daisy Johnson do anything with computers. Like you see her in the first episode, she never does anything until the very, very end, but that's not true. It's like she's always hacking into something or doing something with computers, so it's constantly in your mind. With Iris, they made her this team leader, which is, hey, I'm fine with it. Put her there. They've established Iris is Barry's lightning rod. Again, totally fine with that. Makes sense. Needs to happen. But you gotta like give her the other stuff. Like it's like when you have Caitlin constantly. They now have done the thing where they have Caitlin always doing the medical stuff. So when Caitlin comes up with a medical solution to something, you're not like, oh, that's right, she can do that. It's always there. Cisco's always doing, the building stuff and the technical stuff. All right, so when you build something, you're not like, oh, how did he do that? With Ira, it's like she writes like twice a season, and it's like, guys, just have her, always in jitters, writing about something, I got to get this out on the blog, and they're gonna love this. Taking you something there, and having her
something. Back on you guys' ID back.
Hold on. You say it again. Say it again. You were breaking up.
Sorry. When Wally got his secret ID back at the back half of his run, he would go out with Linda, and they would say, "Oh, you must be Mr. West, Mr. Park."
Yo,
make her a local celebrity. Make her that person.
Yo, like, why not? If her blog is that important that is getting the people that she can post it and get the people's response. That was her whole thing. Like, they were talking all this stuff, and they made us have the big deal where Barry didn't want her to do it really at first, and then he decided to back her play. Hey, all that's great. I love that. I love the fact that they were like, we want to be on the same page of this, and then she gave him the choice, and he was like, no, this is something you want to do, which are smart move, Barry.
Rightest answer.
That was a trap.
It was a trap.
That was a trap.
So, no, I don't think you should. You can't tell me what to do. Wait a second. Right. Hold on. You asked me.
I'll do whatever.
That's a trap.
Yo, listen, if your wife, your girlfriend, the woman you're interested in says, I'll leave it up to you. I want to really do this one thing, but I'll leave it up to you if I do it or not. There's only one right answer to that. Don't be stupid. I'm just don't be stupid. But yeah, it's like so I'm like, okay, I can get behind this. Plus, it was like, is she gonna go to? I can't remember what the name of the paper was. She gonna go back to her old job? Like, how is she getting it out there? Oh no, she's gonna post it on her own blog. Okay, what do we? It's like you said, is she a local celebrity? Do people know who Iris West is? Like, hey, even give us a time of having like that one. Remember that one black editor that they had for like a hot second?
Yeah.
Have him show back up and going, hey, we want, your blog is really taking off. Everybody loves your writing. I want you to come back and work for us. And her being like, no, I'm okay. I think
I'm in new media now.
Yeah, hey, it works. Like, we say that, but like, literally, if you turn, think about it. If you turn Iris into literally a new media star, where she's
just do to Iris what they did to Lois in New 52. where she quits Daily Planet in the first issue. And becomes an independent person doing her own award-winning blog.
Again, it's just a small thing. Again, it's not a big thing, but
it is small because let's be real, she's a supporting character.
Right, she's a supporting character, but again, because she's a supporting character, but I think she's probably at this point the most important supporting character. The way they've positioned her, and obviously not just being the wife.
Until they kill Joe West soon.
I mean, they can actually kill Joe West at this point, though.
Oh, after his being a father to the entire team this year, yeah, I could kind of see that coming.
Yeah, I mean, they can do that because again, at this point, and again, it makes sense narratively. Barry married Iris, so they've literally switched from Joe West. So all the advice that Iris gives Barry now is the advice that used to come from Joe. It used to be black fatherhood. We're now getting black wife moments. I guess that's what we call it. Yeah, that's what black wifehood moments. Like that's what it's. That's what we're getting now, and I'm okay with it. That's fine. But even with Joe, we see Joe going back to the office. We see Joe working in his desk. Like we need his what does Iris do? Outside of
what would you say you do here?
Right. I'm an Instagram. I'm a YouTube star. I run my own thing. Like it's easy enough to do, and it takes up
my nigga. I'm a podcaster.
Hey, I'm just saying. Hey, you know what? The Iris and Cisco podcast. I'm just throwing it out there.
The podcast is called Flashbacks, first of all.
Why not? Why not? You get her. You basically get her on the radio. Get her posting that stuff. Her post an episode, and that's what I'm just saying, folks.
And it's an anonymous podcast too.
Yep, you're welcome.
So now they don't know where the story's coming, but you're getting the inside scoop on the Flash. Hire us.
You're welcome. You're welcome, Flash writers. You're welcome. We're here. We're here for free. Trying to think of anything else.
That's pretty much it. We touched them all.
Yeah. I do like Amunet leaving in like a fucking tornado and stuff like that. Like I'm like,
the fuck. I'm glad she took the door, which was like very. If you've ever watched supervillains leave a room, they don't regard doors strongly. But she was like, "Oh, there's a door. Why would I take out a wall?" I thought that I appreciated that. I'm
not gonna lie, I just love Katee Sackhoff, so I was
that too.
I'm very, very pleased. So, yeah, it's been great. So, all right, let's see. The council. We already talked about Council Harrison's. Amunet, love that. And again, fucking Snake Eye, dude. I'm glad they cut the snake out because just don't do that again, guys.
It didn't even look good.
It doesn't look good. I don't need him there. It's just stop. Just stop. Thank you. All right, let's talk about this comic book stuff, man. So we're leading to the Flash War, and we've been talking about this. We talked about it last week with Flash 45, or a couple weeks ago with Flash 45. Flash 46 comes out, and it's really for the most part told from the point of view of Hunter Zolomon. And
there are going to be fans who say, "Thawne's dead. The reverse. What's you're in for some shit." Hunter Zolomon's a crazy person.
He builds better heroes, Dpalm. He builds better heroes.
After he made Wally West's wife miscarry, he then grabbed Wally and say, "I heard the doctor. You're going to have a boy and a girl. Time for lesson number 2. That's how Hunter Zolomon builds better heroes. When Thawne meets him in Flash Rebirth, he meets him, in Rogue War. He says, "I have my own legacy in the past. It's backwards. It's perfect. It's reverse." Mm-hmm. And continuing that reversal, the student will become the teacher. He tried to tell Thawne not to do what he did.
Well, this goes back to what we were saying before. It's like Hunter Zolomon he's scarier now because it's like he actually has a plan.
Before just like, I'm going to terrorize my best friend.
Now,
by the way, you also remember, Zoom is an FBI profiler. He's going to figure out what makes these assholes tick and use it like this. You want to talk about a good catalyst for Flash War? Him manipulating them is a perfect idea.
Yes. And you and I were talking before we started the show that like what I love about this is the big thing for Hunter Zolomon. If you need to catch up, you need to go back listen to our Wally West Character Corner, and we go into Hunter Zolomon and yeah, just read that and then find those issues that bring him in. I want to say, I can't remember. It's not
200 is when Blitz starts.
Yeah, just read Blitz and
just read Blitz.
Just read Blitz, and it gives you the origin of how Hunter Zolomon became Zoom. The short version is gets his Grodd is fucking asshole and basically I think snaps his spine, so he's in a wheelchair, and he's asking his best friend. Because this time is a time when everybody knows who. Does everybody know who the Flash is? Yeah, everybody.
Wally's idea is a public knowledge.
It's public knowledge, and he goes to his best friend Wally West, who's also the Flash, and tells him, I want your help. I want you to take me back to the one moment in my life where it's called a change." And you as a reader are first thinking that it's him going back to when, I think even Wally thinks it's the moment when Grodd broke his back. And he's like, no, it's a moment when my, I think, fiance's father died.
His wife's father.
His wife's father.
He married Ashley, yeah.
I was sure the clown wouldn't have a gun. He was an FBI profiler.
The first time I saw the clown, I was like, oh no! I saw Scott Collins' art, Howard Porter's art, and I saw the clown, and I was like, really?
He was an FBI profiler. He had profiled this one, I think, a serial killer, or not even. I don't even know if it was a killer. They were profiling this one guy dressed as a clown, and he was certain. He told everybody he would not have a gun. That was his profile. He goes in, his wife's father shot dead because the clown did have a gun, and his life just went downhill from there. He became a laughingstock. The FBI. His wife left him. All this stuff happened. That to him was his worst moment of his life. He wanted Wally to go back in time to fix that one moment. He's like, just that, do me that one favor. And Wally wouldn't. Wally was, I can't do that. You don't understand. You don't understand how that'll mess up time. That'll break time and all this stuff. Hunter tries to use the cosmic treadmill, ends up, blowing up, and he gets his powers to zoom in and torches Wally. Now, why that's important? Because who did go back in time to change one little moment, the worst day of their life? Well, none other than Wally's uncle, Barry. That was the whole point of Flashpoint. Barry goes back in time and stops Thawne from killing his mother. And that's how we got a Flashpoint. That's how Wally got erased from the timeline. That's how all this shit happened. And so having Hunter Zolomon as the catalyst to stir a Flash War is perfect because he's basically going to show Wally that your uncle did the one thing that you told me you couldn't do for me.
Also, that was Thawne's fault. Barry had a full life where his mother was with him his entire life, and then Thawne went and took her away because he's an asshole. I know Barry was selfish for doing this, but this was Thawne's fault. Yeah. But no, it's Barry's fault. You're right.
Barry fucked this one up. So I'm very excited. Like, and when you're reading this issue and you see Wally, he sees the different versions of Cyborg.
Nigga, look. Well, the Flash Museum, nigga.
Oh yeah. And what Bear's like, the Flash Museum it's not built. It won't be built for a while.
Hasn't been here for years.
I'm like, Barry, you don't understand how much you fucked up.
Because Wally fuck up off.
Because Wally remembers everything.
Everything.
I can't wait. And I'm just letting you guys know right now, I know probably they're not, I know it's not going to go the way I want. Wally right. Just going forward. Wally right. I don't give a fuck what happens. Wally is 100% right. Yes. A lot of I can't wait, man. We're gonna, oh boy. Maybe we get Impulse. We get Jay Garrett back. Oh, I can't. This is gonna be good. And it also, I like the idea that Hunter had built this friendship with Thawne, and Thawne went off and didn't listen to him and ended up getting killed, which we've seen happen now So we're getting this point of view from what happened with Hunter. Hunter's basically like, I lost. They've now taken away 2 people that I've cared about. I gotta go back to my old ways of making them better, making better flashes in 2003. Hunter's all of them, people. Oh man, I can't wait.
We did it. We back.
We is back. We is back. I can't wait.
I tell you what, after Flash War, let's have a real conversation about updating some of our character corners.
Oh no, we're gonna have to do that. We're definitely gonna do.
We'll just do one episode where it's just updates, and we just tackle like 6 characters.
Yeah, we can do like DC, and then we'll do another one for Marvel. Because I mean, we've gone through that. Like I've been going back on YouTube and reposting. Like this week, I'm gonna repost the because it's not up there right now. I don't think it is. I'm gonna post the Deadpool one. Because we did one on Deadpool, and then next week we're doing Cable. So I started reading Cable. Cable in the Summer Bloodline, which is not that much more than we've already done.
Yeah,
but definitely getting the Cable stuff in there. Also, real quick, and I know there's not a mailbag, and we're not doing a pull list, but I also got to shout out. Here to think, guys. I see a lot of people still complaining about The Last Jedi and the movies and complaining, oh, Disney got rid of the extended universe, and that's what. If you motherfuckers are saying that shit, but not reading any of the current Marvel Star Wars books, I need you to do me this one little favor. Just a little tiny, small little favor, and shut the fuck up. Either go out and read those new books, or shut up. Because if you read the new books, you see exactly why Disney and Marvel got rid of the extended universe, because they had no control over that shit. And they're retelling the stories now. And I think that right now they've been focusing on filling in the gaps of the movies, particularly the prequels and the original trilogy, because I'm reading the new Darth Vader, the latest Darth Vader issue that came out, and this is the Darth Vader before, right after Episode 3, and before, literally right after Episode 3. Nigga, listen, you need to be reading this book, guys.
I need to read it.
You seriously. Read this book. It's so good, and it gives you so many little moments. Like the best moments in this aren't even from Darth Vader. It's from what used to be a Padawan, and he's like, I can't even spoil it. Like the last panel, I'm just like, oh shit, I can't wait. Like, every issue
so I can go read. Come on, let's go.
Let's go. You got to read that. Yeah, guys, just read comics. Read comics. That's all I'm gonna say. Just read some comics. Do that. So, all right, folks. I'm going to get off. I'm going to read some comics. And guys, make sure you guys continue to tell your friends, subscribe, Super Tuesday recap. Also, fill out that a listener survey. And thanks to everybody who's become premium so far. We've gotten an influx of premium subscribers. Hope to get some more premium content out there. I know should be getting a Deadpool spoiler review at some point soon. There will be a solo spoiler sometime this month as well. I think John and I are trying to do another Hell No Cupid. We have it on the schedule in this month. And there's a bunch of other stuff that's coming out this month. So stay tuned. Continue to be premium. And thank you guys very much. And until next time, we're out of here. Peace.